90% of her breasts covering the camera and nothing else. Emily would be flirting with Michael's cousin in front of me, like as if I didn't tell her that I kind of already had something for him. Like, you give me pick me vibes, you just want to be around some boys and be the male gaze. That situation just made me look at her differently. Welcome back to my channel. We are back with another juicy story time. I'm gonna be giving you guys a story time of why I do not have female friends. Let me just correct that. This is why I don't have too many female friends. So there was this girl, we're gonna name her Emily. I met Emily through this boy named Michael. That's his undercover name. Oh, hold on y'all. Before I even start this story time, make sure y'all grab y'all popcorn. We're gonna get into this juicy story time. It's gonna be a minute, so yeah. We met like at Michael's house. Michael had like a little apartment, and he had like a little kickback thing going on. By the way, Michael is the cousin of the dude that essayed me. And if you guys have not went to go watch the essay story, the one that I just explained about his cousin, if you guys haven't went to go watch that story time, it is in the description below. And yeah, so this was like events before the whole situation between whatever happened between us. This was like moments before. So we were all good at this time. Well, so I met Emily at this little thing that he had going on at his apartment, and me and her, we clicked like just instantly. And soon after we clicked, we started hanging out a lot more. Me and her, when we would be at her house, and she had a big house, y'all. She had one of them Kim Kardashian houses. This is what the house looked like. It was a big house. Like, she had oh my gosh, like she had a pool in the backyard. She had like 200-acre yard. I don't even know how many bedrooms she had on top. Her bedroom was huge, y'all. Her bedroom was huge. The kitchen was like enchanted. The basement, oh my gosh. Ooh, hold on y'all, I need to put that up in there. You know what? I was finna miss out a piece of this story that y'all ain't get. Basically, we would be over there gossiping. We would have sleepovers. We was up in there get the drinking. Her parents had all the liquor. While we was over there, like, you know, talking or whatever, we would talk about the boys sometime. We would talk about Michael and his cousin, because at the time, this is when I had a crush on Michael's cousin, and we were still cool. So I would talk to Emily about Michael's cousin and, you know, gossip, like, you know, usual girl stuff. Like, who don't do that? There would be times where me and Emily would go over to Michael's apartment, right? Hang out with Michael and his cousin. And there would just be times where we would be sitting around, joking around, having fun. The boys would probably say something that would be probably funny, insulting. And I really didn't care about them joking with me, being insulting, because they're boys and they're stupid. So they would be kind of like maybe a little bit funny, a little insulting. And maybe I would chime in a little bit, like, to be funny with the boys. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's when like girls try to put you down in front of the boys and then act different when the boys are away. Like, that type of vibe, you know? I don't like that. There would be even times where she would be joking around, but it just kind of seemed like an insult. Like, she was trying to be funny, trying to like cover it as if it was like a joke, but it really wasn't. And sometimes the boys would, you know, make us feel like we were in competition with each other, like twerking contest, and they would compare both of us a lot, like when it comes to just dumb things. Like, sometimes we'll be talking and they'll just be like, oh, well, I think she's stronger than you. Like, just on some childish stuff. I just didn't like how she was letting that get to her head. Like, she liked that attention that she was getting. And before Emily even came around, they was not saying stuff like that. As soon as she came around, that's when they started like trying to stir the pot, or just, you know, she was like feeding into that ish. So I would really ignore that. I ain't gonna lie, because I didn't really pay no mind. I thought it was nothing serious until, you know, down the road. But me and the boys, Michael and his cousin, the cousin is the one that essayed me, just to remind y'all. Michael and his cousin, me and Emily, we would go to kickbacks. We would go to party functions in our hometown or whatever. And we would sometimes do that, go out. I noticed like when we would go out, you know, this was after I already told Emily that I liked Michael's cousin. I already told Emily that, okay? She already knew that. So there would just be times where we would go to these parties and Emily would be flirting with Michael's cousin in front of me, like as if I didn't tell her that I kind of already had something for him, like I already liked him. Like, why are you doing that in front of me? And just to let y'all know, I asked her if she did like him. She said no. I even, you know, eased in a little bit of questions like, oh, so you wouldn't, you know, try with him? She's like, no, he's not that attractive to me, you know? I thought we were friends. You know, I wouldn't do nothing like that. I just feel like, you know, if you did like him and, you know, if you had some genuine feeling, then let me know. Tell me. Don't just be playing around and doing that ish in my face. Like, I don't like that. I just don't like that. I don't. I would peep stuff like that. She would be very touchy with him. She would be very close to him. And I know Michael's cousin was a flirt. You ain't gotta tell me. But, girl, I kind of let that be because I'm like, maybe she over time, eventually, you know, with us all hanging out together, maybe she did, you know, start to like him. So I did not, I let it be. I let her do whatever. So once I stopped giving so much, y'all, and I don't know, but I feel like whatever I wanted, she wanted. So whenever I stopped giving the attention to Michael's cousin and I kind of like just like, on to the next, I'm not even gonna pay attention to him, like it's whatever, she stopped doing the weird stuff, right? After a while, me and Emily, we stopped hanging around Michael and his cousin for a while. Like, we wasn't really hanging around them like how we used to, right? I was actually happy that we stopped hanging around them because I was thinking like, okay, maybe if we're not around them, the weird vibes will go away between us, you know, and me and her could start, you know, being cool like how we were when we first met. I started hanging around this other boy. His name is Jeremy. Me and him were friends, and sometimes I would go over to his house when his mom was at work because I guess his mom was not effing with people being at his house. So this one day I was over there. Emily, she had two other friends that flew out from New York. And now Emily, she's from New York, but her two friends flew out from New York to Illinois to visit her and see her. So they flew out to be with her. You know, she got a big ass house, so you know she cool with space. So I'm with Jeremy and she FaceTimed me. While she's FaceTiming me, y'all, she's driving, and one of her friends is in the front seat and one of her friends is in the back seat. But she's driving, she's holding the phone, and look, all you can see right here is the face. You can't see the gigolo titties. Look, she had big gigolos, that's not a bad thing, like good perky bread, you know, but she had gigolos, okay? She had them milk duds. She driving and all I can see is her face, you know. She talking to me and she's like, hey, what you doing? And I'm like, you know, I'm just sitting here chilling with my friend. Now she didn't know anything about this friend because I kind of didn't really tell nobody I was hanging out with him at first, like I wasn't saying nothing. I kind of was just going, and he lived in my neighborhood, so I was like, She's like, what you doing? And I'm like, I'm hanging out with my friend. And she's like, oh, who? So I turned the phone to I said the name. I turned the phone to Jeremy. Her face lit up, okay? Everything changed. I'm telling you, everything changed. She on the phone, whatever, right? As soon as I show her who he is, they start talking. She continued to talking to Jeremy, whatever, you know, it's like their conversation. While she driving, she put the phone on her lap. In whatever position she was putting the phone on her lap, dang near 90% of her breast covering the camera and nothing else. Y'all, I'm not trying to sound like a hater or anything, okay? I'm not. But it's just the way the camera was positioned. And it's like all you could see was two big cocker-knockers right there. I'm telling you, like, if y'all would have saw the angle, y'all would have understand where I was coming from. She was wearing like one of those like V-neck shirts or something, right? This is the lap right here. This is the lap, okay? My boobs aren't big, so I can't really show y'all how it was going. But this is her lap and this is her driving, right? Her boobs was just straight up in the camera, like. Now, girl, you could have kept holding that phone up. Don't play with me right now. Don't play with me right now. I just feel like she did that on purpose. I'm just saying, like, y'all can call me crazy, but I'm not crazy, bro. As they're talking, he cuts her off and was like, your boobs are all up in the camera. Like, he kind of said it in a joking way. He's like, well, what do you want me to do? I was born with these. Like, all right. Anyways, it was giving attention rise. We're gonna let that one be. Please comment down right now. Let me know if I'm tweaking, okay? Let me know if I'm really tweaking, okay? If I'm not tweaking, if you see where I'm coming from a girl to a girl, then comment down and let me know. What I'm saying is, y'all, like, I feel like this always happened if I ever brought a male friend around her. Like, it's just something with the pattern and stuff like that. It would always be in some way she would be, you know what I'm talking about. This was another situation that I just kind of noticed. This one night, we were going to a party that was going on in Emily's neighborhood, okay? And it was a big party going on. Everybody was going, so we was like, we going. And basically, Jeremy was going to be there. Jeremy was going to be there with his friends, so we was all good, you know, just meet up there with him. We at Emily's house, whatever, right? And I'm looking through my bag that I packed from my mom's house, you know, to see what I'm gonna wear, whatever. She come in the room, she's like, oh, so did you ever think about what you're gonna wear? And I'm like, nah, I really don't know yet. You know, I was gonna think about it when I get out the shower because I just want to take a shower first. So I take a shower, whatever. After I take a shower, she take a shower. I'm still wearing my towel by the time she get out because I'm just doing my face. I think I still had like a little bra on or whatever, but I still had like a towel on because I don't know, whatever. She go in her closet, she pick out a black dress. All right. Pretty, and the dress was phenomenal. So she picked out a black dress. You know, I started looking in my bag because, you know, it's almost time for us to go, and I pick out this black crop top, tank top thing, and some shorts. I just thought it was a simple little outfit. So as soon as I picked out my outfit, she's in the bathroom at that time because while I'm changing, she's in the bathroom doing her makeup. She get out the bathroom, she look at what I'm wearing, she's like, oh, I think I'm gonna change. I think I'm gonna wear something different. She goes in her closet. She come out with a black crop top tank top and some light blue shorts. The same dang on thing I was wearing. I'm not saying like you can't copy someone or maybe want them to, I don't know, like there's nothing wrong with it. I don't have no problem with that. It's just like that wasn't the first situation where that has happened. Like it was a constant pattern of her constantly doing that, like on some weird stuff, and I just peeped it. So she changed her outfit, she do whatever, whatever. There was another situation where that happened, and I thought I was tweaking, but I wasn't tweaking. There was another situation. We was getting ready to go swimming. It was Jeremy and his brother. They were out at the pool. This is when the two girls, her two friends, weren't in Illinois anymore. Sorry, y'all, this kind of story time is kind of all over the place, like I'm going back and forth, but when I first started hanging out with Jeremy is when the two girls flew out from New York to come there. So when we hung out with Jeremy and his brother with just me and Emily, by that time, the two girls were already back home. Me and Emily, we getting ready to change or whatever, right? See, she's wearing this vibing one piece, bright one piece. It was very cute. I liked it. I decided to put on my black bathing suit because that's really all I had, but that's really the only color I'm wearing. While we're changing, I'm already putting on my suit or whatever. Emily already had her one piece on. As soon as I put my stuff on, she look at mine, she look at what I'm wearing, and she's like, I think I'm gonna change. All right, sis. She go back in the closet. She come out with a black two-piece. You can have it. You have it. I'm just playing. Like I said, I don't feel no type of way if somebody wants to wear the same thing. It was just certain things she was doing other than that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So her doing the whole copying and all that was just like over the top for me, okay? Yeah, that whole night that we was swimming with the boys and everything, she was all over him. She was all over Jeremy, okay? Like, you give me pick-me vibes. You just want to be around some boys and be the male gaze and just do whatever. Like, she was not a real friend. She wasn't a girly girl's friend. That's what it was given to me. Before I get to this freaking part, before I get to the juicy part, make sure y'all like this video. Make sure you comment. Let me know if you had any type of situation with a fishy friend. Let's reverse back to when her two girlfriends came to visit down from New York, okay? I don't know what happened this one night, but this one night we went out partying. That night we went out partying, we ended up sleeping back at Emily's house in her basement. Come to the next day. This is already when weird vibes was going on between Emily. Like, as we wake up, I just get this urge in my eyeball. Like, my eyeball was like hurting me, and I was like constantly rubbing it. Then at one point, like, my eyeball started burning. Like, my eyeball was hurting. So I started like tearing up so bad. I started like crying. Like, I started crying. Like, the shit, I couldn't even open up my eyeball. Like, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if there was anything in there. It just was burning. Like, I thought I was gonna be a one-eyed Willy. I swear to you. My eyeball started burning. I didn't know what was going on, and I was freaking out. Emily and her two friends, they were in the room with me. We were down in the basement when all this happened because I was laying down with them and then my eyes started hurting. I was down in the basement with them when they were trying to see what was in my eyeball and everything, and just everything started to get worse. Like, my eyeball started to tear up more. I was screaming now, like I was crying. Like, the pain was unbearable. So Emily's mom comes down and she's like, you know, should we take her to the hospital, urgent care? And they're like, yeah, let's go. I'm so glad Emily's friends were there because they were the most genuine people. Like, it felt like if Emily's two friends wasn't there, Emily was never gonna have me in good hands. I swear I was gonna have to rock her in that car, and I'm gonna tell you why. Emily's two friends were sitting with me kind of most of the time when I was sitting down in the basement crying, because we were kind of just waiting around to see what we were gonna do. We were trying to really figure out what was in my eyeball, what was going on, and then we were trying to figure out what we were gonna do. And Emily's mom, I think she worked in medical care, so we were trying to get her to give us some advice on what we can do. Emily's mom comes to the conclusion that we should just take me to the urgent care. The two girls, they take both of my arms and they take me to the car. Now, I only have one eye to look at, but really, I couldn't even open up neither eyeball because this one was hurting so bad where it was just swollen, red. It was so irritated. I couldn't even open up this eyeball, so I kept both eyes closed. They're holding on to me, getting me in the car with literally no vision, bro. I'm telling them, you know, my eyes killing me, like I'm crying, right? So Emily's friends, they're like literally running me to the car. You know, they're trying to get me in the car as fast as possible because we're trying to get me to urgent care. It's getting very serious at this point where we're not playing, right? So they're taking it serious. So I'm thinking Emily's gonna take it serious. No, this is when I knew that was fake. As soon as everybody get in the car, Emily, she gonna hook up her phone in the aux, right? You see me in the back crying. You see me with my eyes bulging, watering, red, irritated, and you see me in agonizing pain, right? You hear me in the back. Why is she gonna hook her phone up, take her sweet ass time, and she gonna look for a song to play on her aux? And the only reason why I know I wasn't tripping and I wasn't tweaking was because her two friends, there was one in the back with me and there was one in the front. One of her friends was like, Emily, what are you doing? Like, let's go. Let's put on the gas pedal. You like, that's what I'm saying. So I'm sitting in the back and I'm like, bro, yes, like, why the aren't you moving? You see me in the back over here getting irritated. You think this is a game. Like, imagine if her friends was not there. I probably would have never made it. I swear to God. I probably would have had to rock her shit. Because I'm swearing to you. Her friends telling her to hurry up. She's like, okay, laughing a little bit like, this is funny. Girl, it's not funny. So she put the song on and she gets it going because, girl, she was gonna have me mad. She was on some weird shit. So that right there that situation just made me look at her differently. Like, I ain't even wanna, no. And this was literally, I think, two weeks before I flew out to ATL. This was literally 2 weeks before I flew out, and this was like the last 2 weeks I had in Illinois ever. This was the last time I was ever gonna see her. 2 weeks passed by. I fly out to ATL, okay? Now, while I was out in ATL, I would say like a month and me living there, I ended up kind of like cutting off all my ties with Emily, cutting off all my ties with Michael and his cousin, and this was literally after the whole essay situation. This was after I had that situation with Michael's cousin and him essaying me. So after leaving or whatever, flying out to ATL, I cut off my ties with them. This one night, this one night, Michael calls me. He FaceTimes me, and he's at the club or whatever. And he's like, oh, hey, how you been? Da, da, da. And she's like, guess who I'm with? Switch that phone number. Guess who he's with? Now, I already kind of blocked Emily on every social media after this, so it was awkward when he gave her the phone. So she's like, hey, girl, you know we need to talk. Yeah. I don't know what she think we need to talk about, but I ain't nothing to talk about. So I was like, yeah, girl, yeah, we could talk. You know, I'm just lying, you know. I guess she was trying to catch up or whatever. And while she's talking to me, I see Michael's cousin right behind her, like just all up close to her. I'm like, yeah, all right, ain't my business, because I ain't even got time for it. Yeah, I never talked to her ever since then. Don't talk to her no more. Don't talk to none of them. So she texted me. It's been years and years since we've talked, right? She texted me like weeks ago off this account. She had like 2 accounts she texted me off of. She texted me off this like kind of backup account, this little account that she had, and then she deleted the message. Then she texted me off her main page talking about some, hey, girl, get your ass up out of here. That is the end of my story time. This story time was freaking long. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys had your snacks, your pops. I hope you guys give this video a like, subscribe, comment. Guys, let me know stories. Let me know if y'all ever had a friend that has made you feel that type of way, made you feel like you couldn't be around them with boys, made you feel like they wasn't a girly's girl, like she was on, you know, she was on some weird ish. Make sure y'all give me them story times because I would love to hear them. I'll see you guys next week.